evening, inked and painted, and welcome to another paint-dryingly terrifying episode of Blood from a Stone, a tale of love and dread in RPG. This is Chapter 70, Checks Notes 2 of Blood from a Stone. Not only that, this is a special Sunday installment, as it is night 6 of the Week of Blood. We've been doing this for 6 solid days, and we'll finish up tomorrow with visiting 6 different domains. So far, we have gone to the Grave Marshes, where we saw some deep neep lanterns being carved. We ventured to Arcanabane, where children gave candy to trick-or-treating monsters. We went to Voluptua, where a sexy costume party turned into a even sexier bloodbath. We went to Merkshire, where there wasn't really a Halloween trope at Merkshire. They just kind of, they just did Merkshire stuff, and then La Trovadora showed up. And then yesterday, we went to Paradise for the first time in over a year. We returned to Paradise, where some people told scary stories in graveyards. So, tonight we'll be venturing to the Fractured Factory, an animated toon domain of dread. Hopefully it will be appropriately frightening. Though this is a more wretched hive sort of night, we only have 2 players from that, and the DM from that, who have now swapped with, or the Living Force from that, who's,
I played the backseat run the game.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Sure, it makes sense.
With no knowledge.
But we are joined with a if you're a longtime viewer, you will recognize Jed from other Sunday games, like and such as Luminous Beings and Here Be Dragons.
Well, also the first episode of Blood from a Stone.
Yeah, of There Will Be Blood. Yeah.
This is accurate.
It was true. He was there from the beginning. So this is very, very appropriate for your arrival here in the Fractured Factory. I'm so glad we were.
It's nice to be back. Look, what can I say?
Great to be here. We were able to get you into the Week of Blood. So before we begin, got a couple of housekeeping things to do. First off, there's only 2 left. Would you like to hold this?
I would.
Wonderful. So we are opening up box 30 of the adventure calendar featuring all of these potion-like dice. Let's find out what's behind door number 30. It seems to be... it is a spider D10. Lovely.
Oh, that's a great one. Oh, I like that one. I have those.
And with that set is completed for the day. Now all we have is some kind of specialty die, I'm sure. Here, Jed, this is actually cool. This was one of the special dice in this Witch's Brew calendar, where it's the phases of the moon.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, so you can be like, how much moonlight is there? Waning gibbous.
Now I want that.
It's a cool one. I don't know if you can buy that one separate. You might have to get this advent calendar for it. It's a cool one.
I have to look for that one.
Maybe they'll sell it separately. So there's that. Item on the agenda 2. I'm not even putting it to a vote. Lauren would kill me if I ate a chocolate eyeball tonight when she's not here. So instead it will be a chocolate pumpkin-shaped marshmallow. Halloween candy in all its glory.
I forget. Are you just eating them, or are you evaluating them?
I'm just eating them.
Okay. This is much weirder with Aaron there, I will say.
Also, this is the first time I've been DMing next to someone on stream, so I definitely need you to not look at that sheet.
Oh, I can't even see. I need glasses so badly.
Oh, well, perfect.
So glad you're blind. It's perfect for us.
That's gonna really help us out.
It's beginning to work out well. A friendly reminder to all players, and a new reminder to you, because you've never played in a Blood from a Stone game. Let me know when the natural 13 shows up. Tell me about those sweet, sweet nat 13s. We are currently at 6 on the dread clock.
Question.
Yo.
Have you ever made it from 6 to 13 in one game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've made it. Have we made it from 1 to 13 in a game? I feel like we have.
I literally have a spreadsheet.
That does not surprise me in the least.
Well, I don't think we have ever done. No, I think the maximum for any single session is 7.
Okay.
It looks like.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
No beers.
That being said, here in the Week of Blood, we have had a Dreadstorm, and then we have had 3 Horror Surges, which a Horror Surge only happens when a 13 is rolled, and then subsequently a 13 is rolled on the D13. So Horror Surges here will be rough because it'll just be so many stupid things attacking you guys.
Just 13 barrels of acid coming at us.
I picked too big a piece of candy to eat here, so apologies for that. So yeah, please remind me or let me know when you roll a 13. We are also using, I guess I'll sort of take an opportunity to sort of plug a thing we've already done. This is using the Toon rules. You have seen some of these in action in our noir game, Grey in the Dark, played by KJ as Duchess Contessa. But this is a much more full Toon situation. You're going to see all 3 of these subclasses included in our Noir Confidential book that's coming out next month. Fingers crossed. Should be some fun stuff here. I am also going to do something unprecedented, which is that just for dramatic effect. Jed, are you watching on Twitch?
I have it there.
Cool. You and Pierce will only be able to see this. I'm going to provide some reference image with today's invocation, just because I kind of actually want people to see what the deal with it is. So I'm going to read the invocation. The invocations for this domain, though one might expect them to be, wascally wabbit, of course, this means war, some classic cartoon quotes. That is not what drives the Fractured Factory. So I will now read, with all kind of, before we sort of get into it here and introduce these characters and this zany horror that will ensue, I'm going to read our invocation for tonight, Blood from a Stone, Chapter 72. Sleep like a baby while sitting up. The upright sleeper, trademark, supports the weight of the head while keeping the neck comfortably aligned and prevents the head from falling forward or sideways during sleep. The attached back strap is positioned between the back and the seat to hold it securely in place. Fully adjustable for every face shape and size. Wipeable, antimicrobial, and latex-free. Packs easily. 8-inch height, 8-inch width, 2.5-inch dot deep. WRW 101D upright sleeper, trademark, $39.99. And just so you guys can see that I'm just not making nonsense up. That's that. There it is, right there. It's this one here. That's the
Wow.
That's the device.
Oh, wow.
I don't love it.
I nearly went with the upright sleeper, but this is the upright sleeper pillow for children.
I see.
Anyway, and I guess, I try to keep them oblique, but I guess in this case you can see right here the source of the invocations. Alrighty. So with that in mind, we will begin tonight's game of Blood from a Stone. On the factory floor of the Fractured Factory, production numbers are not being hit. As frantic as a factory can get in the real world, in a Toon world, this means more people running around. Sometimes their shoes keep running after they stop. Steam is coming out of all the ears. There is for an already heightened group, the stress levels are incredibly high. So much so that one of the supervisors of this area, Miranda Morose, a sort of an angry sort of human woman with a notepad, she has gathered 3 of the sort of basically 3 of her sort of like the people who work on her line have been gathered here along with others in their department. She sort of they're just, as they're sort of getting anxious, they notice that there is an extremely fancy watch. A Toon who is a watch is sort of like looking just with absolute disgust upon all of them. And eventually the watch says, "Is this them? Am I going? I'm going." And the watch steps forward, looking at all of you with disgust. Forgive me for now reading scripted content, but in this case, it's how it goes at the Fractured Factory. "Let me have your attention for a moment." So you're talking about what? You're talking about, hey, put the coffee down. The coffee's my assistant, Mr. Drip, at which point the cup of coffee sort of runs over and brings him, sloshes over and hands him some stuff. He goes, "Now, where was I? All right, listen to me, you piles of blank. I am here from Mr. Forkensdorfer himself, and I am on a mission of mercy. As of this moment, you are all backgrounded. This is the worst fate that can befall a toon. You can be murdered rather easily, and you just kind of come back to life because you're just a cartoon. That's the rules here. But to be backgrounded means that your ink and paint are melted down and used as part of the scenery. You remain there, vaguely alert and aware, but unable to sort of move or perform any shenanigans ever again." So the fact that he is saying this, he goes, "Ah, now I've got your attention. That's right. Your paint is blanking melted down, blinking mixed around, and blinkety-blunk blanking smeared on the walls. The bad news, that's all you've got. Oh, I have got your blanking attention now, haven't I? Good, because we're adding a little something to the productivity contest for the Week of Blood this year. First prize, as you know, is a genuine polka dot hand-painted toon bow tie. Anyone want to see second prize? Second prize is a pie of shaming." He shows off a sort of a banana cream pie. "Third prize is you're backgrounded. You get the picture, and don't tell me the production lines are weak. You're weak. Now listen, we have to get candies and treats and cheap costumes out to 13 domains, including this one." He wheels over an animated blackboard. He flips it around. The blackboard is wearing heart dotted boxer shorts, and the blackboard's face goes, "Oh my," and he goes, "Sorry," and he flips it around. "Are you ready?" Cha. Flips it over again. You see A, B, C is written on the blackboard. A, B, C. A, always. B, B. C, contaminating. Always be contaminating. This candy isn't blanking gonna fill itself with razor blades or poison or unwanted CD singles of novelty Halloween songs. Your numbers are pathetic. Go ahead.
This year just feels like the numbers are just so much more unreasonable than they've been in previous years.
Well then, maybe you should blank off and go blank yourself. The watch then pulls out a watch on his arm, and he says, "Do you see my watch? You see this watch? You see this watch? It's a nice watch, right?
Yeah.
This watch cost more than your house. I made 970 schmilboingian simoleons last year. How much you make, you see, pal? That's who I am, and you're nothing. You're a nice guy. I don't give a blank. Good tune. Blank you. Go home and tune." Somebody ask him what his name is.
Yeah. What's your name, man?
Blank you! That's my name! Because you rode here on a little scooter with a funny little horn. I rode a really big fancy scooter with an even funnier and littler horn. That's my name! Whatever. Like I said, I'm on a mission of mercy. I'm here as a favor. Mr. Forkensdorfer said, come in and talk to them, motivate them. I said the real favor is you take my advice and you background them already, because they're piles of blank. Looks at all of you, shakes his head, and leaves.
Well, that was deeply unpleasant.
Well, Arthur, if I had to guess, I'd say you're probably next one on the chopping block. So sorry, buddy. You're might as well start packing up your things and liquidate all your assets there, because they're just going to be painted around, my guess.
I mean, you're sort of looking at everything I got, so it's not a lot. But it's but I think we can do this though, right?
You have a lot within you.
Oh, I can do this. I don't know about all of you, but I'm definitely going to be able to do this.
And I think at this point we should sort of describe these specific 3 toons who are talking, just so you're picturing it properly. We'll start with Red. If you'd like to describe yourself, Red.
Absolutely. You see a fox with red classic fox colored fur all over, but he's got himself a cowboy hat. He's got himself a bandana. He's got himself a checkered shirt, cowboy boots on, and no pants, because obviously he's but he does have holsters for 6-shooters on either hip, so he's got that as well.
Does he have 6-shooters in them?
What?
Do you have 6-shooters, or are they just the holsters?
There's 6-shooters in the holsters. Yes, absolutely. Yep. And as he's talking, he lifts his hat and he just he pulls out a box of tissues and he hands it to Arthur and he's like, "Here you go. While you can cry yourself to sleep as this goes away." And puts the hat back on.
I'll take the tissue and attempt to blow my nose, but just a flame comes out to it and ignites the tissues.
And why don't you describe Arthur the arc welder, as if the name doesn't...
Yeah, I'm an arc welder named Arthur. This concludes the description of me.
Oh, Arthur.
And what about Princess Daffodil?
Oh, Princess Daffodil is a humanoid princess with a beautiful pink dress that's just so. My hair is also just so, and I have a tiny little apron that prevents me from getting any mess while I work.
And you are accompanied by a few friendly friends, right?
Oh yes, today I have 2 bluebirds, Billow and Bop, and another bluebird who is not part of their little clique, but who doesn't feel left out. His name is Simon.
What's the third one's name?
Simon.
Simon.
I would like
Excellent.
for Red and Arthur, as they look at Simon, please both of you make an insight roll onto Simon.
8.
Okay.
14.
I got a -1 to that one.
As far as you know, Red, Simon is just another bluebird. You're probably not even sure which one Simon is. Arthur, you probably notice Simon as she says that kind of go. And kind of you then glance over it and see how the other 2 have like matching bows that say B Club on them. And Simon is just he flutters around and whatever. So yes, the 3 bluebirds are there. At this point, Miranda Morose sort of comes over with her clipboard and says, "Okay, now listen. Yeah, you heard it. Mr. Forkenstoffer himself needs this more of the scary candy to getting out there. So you guys need to get more razor blades and poison into this stuff to mess with people."
Or razor blades and poisons. That shouldn't be too hard.
Do you
How
have
about thumbtacks? How do we feel on thumbtacks? I got ideas over here.
Well,
If
do you
you-
have it?
Go ahead, Arthur.
Well, Miranda, do you have any leads on more supplies of these things? It
You
feels like there's a
don't
lot.
get the Glengarry poisons, okay? The Glengarry Company poisons, that's for people who've already proved that they can poison candy and especially clothing. Because when you poison clothing, then it's a skin rash and it's much funnier.
It just sort of feels like if you have the poisons there, that we should use them.
No, better lines than this line get the Glengarry leads.
And are we sure we want to go in this direction? I mean, we maybe instead of razor blades, we do not razor blades.
There is a list of what you can include. Razor blades, various poisons, and novelty CD singles of novelty Halloween songs.
Oh no.
I can't. I'm just gonna spitball a couple things outside the box here, right? Because I'm looking to get ahead, get to that next level. So hear me out. What about jumping jacks? Now I know it doesn't sound bad, right? But when you get a bunch of them, like tingled in there, all of a sudden that's some spiky candy right there, and nobody expects it because it's a toy, right? So you got the sneaky on the sneaky. I'm just saying. What you think, boss?
She thinks she's going to slap you over the head with her clipboard. However, I will assume that a 9 does not hit your armor class.
9 does not hit.
So she hits you with it, and it bounces off your 10-gallon hat and goes over her own head. And she says, "How dare you hit me?" Red, you're on very thin ice.
I immediately point to Arthur.
Arthur, how dare you hit me?
I'm not exactly sure what just happened here. I didn't hit you either.
She said that your idea of the jumping jacks was a terrible one. He takes off his hat and takes and just pours it out on top of Arthur, and all these little what do you call jumping jacks fall out and pile up around Arthur's feet. Take all that stuff and get out of here.
It's interesting as you do that, because as they pile around Arthur's feet, you notice, Arthur, that they actually make a little like clink 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 sound as Arthur is standing on a very thin sheet of ice that begins to sort of crack under his feet. She's kind of holding her hand under it. Arthur, would you please make a dexterity saving throw?
Absolutely. Oh, it doesn't seem good enough. 12?
With the 12, as you sort of begin, you do some shenanigans of, you nearly get off of it, but then you slip one last time, fall through, and plummet. So we hear Arthur doing, you can do kind of any kind of, however you want it, but do the trail off of distance. There we go. And she says, "Get to work, everyone." At which point, as Arthur explodes in a fiery burst several levels below, we will cut to the next scene, which is the break room, as you guys are discussing these new matters. I will mention that Miranda Morose's office, which is where the Glengarry poison leads are being kept, right outside of that, you do see the tune bow tie in a little box, kind of like a thing that they're trying to motivate you, and next to it is that pie of shaming. And next to it, they've drawn they've put an empty box that shows the wall behind it, implying third prize is your background.
I'll just wipe some soot off of my face. So, are we just gonna try to do this normal way and just try to work really hard at it, or? Because I don't think that's gonna get us there. I feel like all three of us work really hard as it is anyway.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's not really going to be the appropriate, endeavor here. We just need because we got to figure out what is it they want. They just want their books to look good. So I say we just go in there and change the books.
Oh.
Wait, you want to lie?
I want to lie. No. I just want to write some different figures on some sheets of paper and have them read it however they want to.
Oh, that sounds like a lie.
Don't you think that will Don't you think that they'll figure that out, and then we'll just be in trouble later? They'll be backgrounded later than we would have.
Well, I mean, that's later, right? We'll worry about later when it comes.
Well, What if?
Do you have a better idea?
It also feels bad because we were told it's not for us, that we have to earn it, but that poison's right there. Right? That poison could just be going into the candy. It doesn't matter if it's going in now or later. Right?
So let's just put it in now then.
Yeah, exactly. Right, Daffodil, exactly. We just
well, I don't feel really good about stealing. Is that what you're saying?
Well, the thing is, I don't know if it is stealing, right? Because, I don't know. It's just, it's for the candy. It's for the candy the factory makes, right?
Well, what does your heart say?
That it's not for us, but I think that if we earn it afterward, the fact it would be for us, right? So it's just sort of sort of like a point of view thing, I think. I don't know. It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great, if I'm honest. But I don't see another solution here.
You know what doesn't feel great? Watching all your friends and colleagues getting backgrounded. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? You want me turned into a pile of ink and just splot it on the background? Make me into some kind of montage? I gotta play a tree for the rest of my life? No, sir.
Are you saying that we're friends?
I mean, don't put words in my mouth. I was just talking about, hypothetical, right? I mean, you two like each other, I suppose, right?
I mean, we're definitely friends. The three of us are definitely friends.
Oh, we're friends.
We eat lunch together every day.
Look, you call it what you like, I like to look at us as, peas in a pod, so to speak, right? And I would say colleagues with a higher calling. Our job here is to, ascertain and collaborate so that we all can, profit greatly with each other. Now, hopefully we all get to the same spot together. That's what I'm thinking here, right? We need to get this candy properly poisoned, sabotaged, afflicted, diseased, and corrupted for all them little kids out there. Now that just seems like a job that somebody got to do, and if that got to be us, then well, that's what we're gonna have to do right here, right now.
Yeah, that doesn't feel great as a whole, but I like the togetherness part, and I'm in.
Isn't it just 2 peas in a pod, though, Red?
Oh.
Isn't that you gonna?
At this point, actually, Billow and Bop both look at Simon and go, "It is only 2 peas in a pod. Yes, that's true. Only 2." And Simon just kind of.
You ain't never seen a pod with multiple peas. Look, all I'm saying, peas and carrots and broccoli. That's the 3 of us right here. Okay, we just go real good together. Okay, so let's just get our food on, right? Let's make this a meal to remember. Okay, I'm just saying, let's go grab that gravy, pour it over us, and have ourselves a delicious, nice little meal here, right? In fact, he just pulls off his hat, pulls out a nice plate of turkey and gravy and mashed potatoes. Like, I'm just getting hungry even thinking about it right now. This is what we should be doing right here. In fact, what are we talking about?
Me. Let's get cooking.
He pulls some candy off the line and just pours it onto his food and keeps eating.
So to that point, what is your plan? It seems like 3 different sort of things were proposed. What is it you guys are going with? Are you going to simply work hard? Are you going to cook the books? Or are you going to steal the poison leads?
I think our best option is to steal the poison. Personally.
I'll tell you what. It seems like different people are proposing different things. Red, are you still wanting to convince them of cooking the books?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
Red don't care.
Red
he wants to
doesn't
do something. He just doesn't want to work hard.
Understood. Okay, Red, in that case, give me... I'm going to look at your sheet to see if there's a thing you're good at that I could... You know what? Use your perception.
You were talking to somebody else, right? Not me.
I was talking to you because you're proficient, but I guess you're not amazing.
Perfect.
That's fair.
3.
3. So, Red, as far as you're concerned, you
it's one for each of us.
You do know where. You've seen, because it's perception, you know where they keep the books. You know it's upstairs. You even know the name of one of the main secretaries who signs off on everything. Her name is Miss Pruitt. She looks like a person.
All right, look, y'all.
And as far as you know with a 3, you'd be smooth sailing in there to the C-suite. Not a problem at all. Arthur, why don't you give me just so he can offer a rebuttal based on what he rolls. Insight, Arthur.
Insight? Okay. 5.
Great. You do know that Miranda Morose is rather sort of she's very predictable in when she's in and out of her office, and you haven't seen, based on what you know, she's going to need to take a lot of smoking breaks today. So you're confident that she'll be out of her office, and she will be. I mean, she'll be smoking brisket. She'll be smoking turkey. I mean, she might smoke a whole side of beef at this point. So
She is a slow smoker.
So Red, this is the information you're both armed with. Please carry on the scene.
Well, look here. I said we just go on up there. We got, what was her name? Miss Penelope?
Pruitt.
Miss Pruitt up in the office. I know her. I've seen these files. I know where to get to and how to get at them. And all we got to do is change a few numbers, change a couple dates. If we can push them off long enough, they'll put the poison in for us. We ain't even got to worry about it. So all we got to do is just delay things a little bit. We'll be in great shape, right? Just cook the books a smidge and everything will work itself out, right? I know exactly where to go. It's easy breezy. Shouldn't take us more than, an hour.
What do you think? What do you think, Princess?
Oh, it's hard to say. Oh, should we sing about it?
Just Billow and Bop are like, we can sing harmony. And Simon says, I can't sing. I actually have laryngitis.
Oh, Simon.
I'm sorry. I have a note from my doctor.
Honestly.
Simon, they really broke the mold when they made you, because they never wanted to make another one. Okay.
I'm not one much for singing, but whatever you need, Princess.
Okay. Yeah, so like either maybe sing about it or just tell me what to do.
Okay. Well, I guess Red, then let's do it. Let's go to Pruitt and let's see our way through it.
Look, friends. All right, Arthur, Princess. Like, have I ever steered you wrong? Right?
Several times.
I have these great. But this time's gonna be different, okay? Because now we got a plan, right? And it's better than the other plans I've had before. And this one's gonna be great. Don't you guys worry here. All right.
All right.
All right. Perfect. Actually, and you know what, Princess? I think we can use that singing, because if I'm not mistaken, Miss Prim likes a good song. So I think this is what we do. We go up there. Maybe Miss Princess, you get the Miss Prim start singing and talking about her life, and maybe even get her out of the office a little bit, or just distract her. And then me and Arthur can sneak our way on past, right? And I'll go ahead and change the documents real fast and easy. And if things go real bad, Arthur, you just sneeze on something there and create a little distraction, and we'll get ourselves out.
Okay. So wait, I need to go up to the very mean boss and sing with her.
It's Miss Prim. It's not old battle axe out there. She's smoking.
Okay.
Yeah. Once we're done with all this, we can go have some
turkey
brisket or something.
today.
But right now, we'll just deal with it's just Miss Prim, right? That shouldn't be a problem.
Miss Morose is smoking. Somebody stop her.
Do we know what Miss Prim looks like?
Miss Pruitt is a human woman.
Oh, Pruitt.
She is.
Is what?
No, you should call her Miss Prim for sure.
Miss Prim? Yeah.
She is she's a human woman. She's got she's kind of like, think like buttoned up Tex Avery, like female character. So like kind of princess like, sort of very drawn in a sort of very kind of like 50s fantasy way, but she's wearing fairly like button down clothing. I believe she does not have glasses.
Did not have what?
Does not have glasses, if anyone was wondering.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I say you just go with Miss Prim. She likes you. You all can talk about, I don't know, sing about clothes or something, whatever it is, y'all.
Clothes,
y'all.
perfect.
Yeah, yep. There you go. And just keep her distracted while I sneak in and go around the other side. Easy peasy.
So
easy breezy.
Your plan is to take the elevators up to the C suites to go and chat with with one of like the main secretaries who signs off on all the books for like final shipments and things. And you're going
Unless
to...
I know of another avenue of approach.
No, I think with what you've rolled, this is what you know, and you're sure it'll work.
Sounds perfect.
Great. So, with that, if you guys are going to try to sneak away to the elevators, can everybody give me a stealth roll?
As we do this, I take from underneath my bandana like a Lone Ranger mask, and I put it on my face. I take the bandana and put it over my face, and then I pull out some from my holsters. I pull out, like I'm drawing my 6-shooters, but I pull out 2 slippers and I slide those over my cowboy boots.
I mean, you can actually create objects that stick around and interact. Let's give you advantage on your stealth roll.
Oh, I'll take it. Rolled 2 17, so that's a 22.
Okay. Arthur, how'd you do?
15.
15?
Oh, no, wait, sorry. 17. There's a +1, not a -1.
So 17, 22,
5.
5. So the good news for you is for a group stealth check, you will just say that Princess Daffodil is... Yeah, go ahead, Red.
If I notice once we start sneaking, once I notice Princess Daffodil not being sneaky, I'm gonna take my bandana off and then I'm gonna flap it a few times till it becomes the size of a blanket, and I'm just gonna cover all of us with it. We'll walk with a blanket.
Yeah, you could do that. Now I would imagine that what's making Princess Daffodil sort of too loud. It's Hocus Pocus that is sneak, right? Is that the original Hocus Pocus?
Oh,
Is that from something else?
I don't know.
The point is, she's singing a song about how you guys are sneaking, and
I still did the blanket thing.
We're so
It is
quiet.
mezzo forte at quietest. And she's getting some beautiful 2-part harmony, 1-part hacking cough from her 3 bluebirds.
Definitely sneaking in rhythm with the song then.
But you guys make it to the elevators. Now, typically, there is a guard on duty here at the elevators. But he does not notice you. Basically, the average has exceeded his passive, is what's going on. So he's just kind of like, yep, just standing here. Nothing is amiss. That's supposed to be there. This walking blanket's supposed to be there. That spot on the wall, that's not supposed to be there. And he starts cleaning that off, and you guys are able to get past him. And you soon come to the bank of elevators.
As soon as we walk past him, I do want to just go back real quick and tap on the shoulder, say, "Oh, here, you dropped your wallet," and just hand it to him. Keep going.
This isn't supposed to be here. This is supposed to be there. Okay. As you guys kind of make your way to these elevators. So, do any of you have what you'd consider a decent survival modifier?
Oh, I
You do?
have a +4.
Go for it.
Pretty good.
Is that good?
Now,
That's pretty good.
I should have mentioned this earlier for your stealth people, didn't. Because you have 3 familiars, and you have a little time here, you can ask them to assist you, which means you can have advantage on this roll.
Oh, you should.
Okay, so they're kind of like, Oh, here, let me give you a. Here, take that one. Those are hard to read.
This is survival.
Survival, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, nice. And
22.
22. So survival in this case is actually navigation. So Princess Daffodil, probably you, and if you want to, you could point in a super convoluted way as you guys sort of see like a safety map on the wall, how you're going to have to take these elevators up to the main floor, then cross the main floor to get into the elevators up to the, it's a real convoluted zigzag, this kind of thing. But with a 22, she knows exactly where you need to go.
why don't we just take the diagonal elevator?
Well,
But I did all of the.
I'm sorry, Princess. You're right. Never mind.
That's why would you take the direct road? Come on, Arthur. Jeez, you're the arc welder. You should understand curves. Come on.
It's not really curves aren't really my department. But
I mean, isn't that? I always thought you were in charge of circles. Is that not what you do?
No.
Oh, whatever.
It's not like I don't actually make arcs. It's just never mind.
This seems kind of pointless if you're an arc welder. I mean, don't call me crazy, I guess.
Crazy.
Princess, you're funny there. You're funny there. All right, just tell us which way we're going.
The elevator opens. The one that will take you, not the diagonal one. Yes, I guess, Arthur, there is an elevator over on the side. There's an elevator.
Did we all just look at it when he said that? Just like
directly,
look and see the dark.
Express elevator to accounting suites. Right next to that is an elevator that says express elevator to certain death.
Well, yeah, you don't want to mix those up.
We could have put the. Well, never mind. I said we could have put the old feller from headquarters in here. In that one, that might have just solved the problems too.
The elevator
I'm just throwing out
doors
ideas.
Open.
Okay, I guess Princess, you're leading the way, right? To the other elevators?
Okay, yes, this one, please.
So as you guys all get into the elevator, there's like a stupid number of buttons. I need actually all three of you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Sure.
13.
It's up there actually.
This one?
It's no different, but just in case it happened. 13?
17.
13 natural by any chance?
No, 14 natural. Apologies.
10.
10. Okay. I'll phrase it like this. With a 10, Arthur, you are unable to resist starting to push all the buttons.
Oh, yeah.
But the
absolutely.
others manage to pull you back before it's too grim. As they both can resist the urge. And with that, we will sort of, do a cartoon, kind of like Star Wars wipe, but the more sort of cartoony, as you guys, ding, the elevator gets off. The elevator opens up on the main floor. You all have very long white beards because of how long it took.
Oof. Oh, I feel like... Oh, let me shake the rust off. Okay. Where are we? Oh, right. We have to go to the accounting offices.
That's right. Miss Prim. We gotta go see Miss Prim.
Once again, you don't have to do this. What you're looking at is kind of like one of like the main lobbies of this area. There still are some it's still kind of red brick walls. There's a factory vibe, but there is a bank of elevators across a lobby that are more polished, have sort of a marble flooring in their sort of little elevator vestibule. There's nice dark wood on the walls. It seems like that's the fancy pants area, and that's where you need to go to see Miss Pruitt. In the middle of this thing, there is a receptionist desk where where there is a telephone answering all the telephones, like like an old-fashioned switchboard. She is a switchboard, and she's pulling stuff out of other switchboards and plugging them into herself. Like, hello, thank you for calling the Fractured Factory. 1 moment, please. Hello, please hold for the Fractured Factory. I'm sorry, you have the wrong number for the Fractured Factory. Hello? Oh, is this me? Am I talking to me? Oh, so sorry. So she's operating the call words. Yeah.
All right. Well, if we go to the fancier, hang on. I'm gonna I will just sort of fiddle around with stuff and try to put on a suit and tie.
Okay.
Around.
So kind of you adjust your sort of look to, even though you were clearly an arc welder, you're an arc welder who looks like he's wearing a suit and tie.
Yeah.
Which is a thing that the Toons can do. They can kind of alter their appearance without hiding their identity, just for the purposes of almost looking presentable. It's Wacko puts on the kind of tuxedo look before trying to burp the alphabet.
That's perfect. Coyote Red, all of a sudden you see he's got he pulls down he's got a ninja outfit on, with cowboy boots and cowboy hat still, and the 6-shooters, but otherwise full on black, skin tight type of.
Do you alter your appearance at all?
Daffodil just shakes. She looks exactly the same, except there's sparkles coming off of her apron and gown.
Yep,
Perfect.
that's about right.
All right, princess. Now you know what to do here. You just gotta engage her in some long, meandering song about basically nothing, and buy me enough time to get in there and change some records.
The operator, or should I wait for Mrs. Prim? Process?
Oh, is Miss
Rowan?
Prim not the operator? Is that not who that is?
No, you just made it. It's a circuitous route. You've just made it to the lobby.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. My mistake. Never mind. I jumped the gun. Takes the clothes off. Back to his normal self. Oh. Well, we should probably just walk like we know what we're doing, right? With purpose.
Yes. You hear that, birds? With purpose.
Do you
Okay.
want us to walk, or bird? Shouldn't we fly with purpose? Shut
okay.
up,
Well,
Simon. God, Simon's so dumb.
Walk like this, and Coyote Red just starts goose stepping down.
I will begin sort of flopping like a dolphin
Okay.
after him,
So
or a porpoise, as it were.
there's a. Do you pay off Red's joke of walk like this, or is everyone just doing their own thing?
No, I will walk however he says.
Okay, cool. So you follow behind him. Arthur's kind of just flopping along the way. Let's see if our telephone operator notices you all.
I never realized how much I wanted to be a cartoon in my life until right now. But I desperately
As she's
want
sort of
to.
doing this, she sort of looks up and just says, excuse me, please hold, please hold, please hold, please hold, please hold. Please hold! Excuse me, where are you all going? Aren't you down for the factory floor? I can smell the motor oil on all ears.
Well, we had the maintenance.
Maintenance.
We're up here to do maintenance.
Make a deception roll.
11.
I'll
She
try to
does
change
this, and
into
now
some
she
overall
starts-
coveralls.
She
really
she
quick.
starts she moves one of her telephone receivers, which starts sniffing all of you and says, I smell factory floor on yous. I don't smell any cleaning supplies of any kind.
Oh, don't worry. Just because you can't smell it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. Cheer up. You can smell it on us one day.
I guess make a persuasion roll. And when you do that, you get to add that as well.
I love it. I pull out a stethoscope from underneath my bandana and I put it on. And I put it up to her. Go. Oh, yeah. You know what? I have to say though, that doesn't sound very good. You should probably see somebody about that right quick.
13.
Not natural. It's fun because you rolled really low, but since you get to add that and that, yeah, she has a really high persuasion. I'm sure many of you do. Well, I rolled a 2 for her insight. So she will say, thank you for saying that. A lot of people always blame me for everything when there's a bad connection. It's never my fault. All of my wires are in perfect working order. I'm sure the problem's on their end. You notice just like a little fire breaks out in one of the switchboards behind her. Well, go ahead. Thank you for calling the Fractured Factory. How may I direct your call? She carries on.
Wow, that was a great call, Princess.
Oh, thank you. But I really do think she could improve her senses.
Oh, very.
Oh,
Anyway, this way.
So you lead
great
them
work,
over.
Daffodil.
You lead them over to the C-suites. And as you get there are a few different there's a few different, like sort of elevators. The buttons here all just have a dollar sign on them. Rather than, like numbers and things. There is currently no one here. But then there is kind of an elevator at the far side that has a picture of like a limousine on it, and the limousine actually doesn't even end. It just says ... and then it ends like a little further down the wall, just implying it's for the real high ups. But as you guys approach, kind of looking at all the elevators, you notice that elevator is actually active. Somebody is sort of coming up from the garage.
Do we hide?
Yeah, that probably, I would imagine so. Okay, quick, everybody against the wall. And as that happens, I lift up my hat and I pull out like a blanket that's just a picture of the wall behind us.
Perfect. Okay. What is your it should be up, it'll be like in the top right corner. What is your like magic paint save DC?
+2.
+2.
Oh, save is 10.
Oh, is it 10? Oh wait, then yours might be wrong. Hold on. Oh, yours is wrong. Never did this. Sorry. Blank. There you go. Whoopsie doopsie.
Oh, 13.
You all should have that. Save DC 13. Oh, actually, you're all the same. Don't know why I asked. All right, so as you, because you all have you all have a 3, and that's clear. So as you hold up,
our toes are all pointing out from underneath, but
Exactly.
otherwise, and there's probably like a burnt hole where Arthur's, nose.
It's
is
like
sticking
the prongs of my plug are just like, it's like peeking
Nice.
out.
So as you guys are all sort of doing this, you hear the ding of the elevator open, and you hear someone step out, and you hear a voice go, "Oh, diablo mia! Oh my god! Oh, they give me crazy bazongas here. Okay." You kind of hear like a little like kind of just sting of like Spanish guitar, as if kind of whatever the thing, and you hear footsteps that sound confident and sultry, and you just kind of hear a little sighing of like, oh, these proportions are ridiculous. It's like, what kind of horny weirdo designed? Okay. She takes a look around, and you just kind of hear like muttering. You hear a woman's voice muttering to herself, as she's maybe like looking at something, but all of you are hiding behind this so nobody sees her.
Should we start moving the wall?
Someone's
You stay
stepping
here.
on my foot.
Oh, I think that's one of the birds.
Oh,
Oh, here's a pro tip as to ways to use your people. If you ever want to get a look at something, you can always send your birds to stealthily check and report back.
oh, I was thinking I would love to do that.
Will you send Billow, Bop, and or Simon?
I want to send Bop and Simon on either side.
Okay. So Billow stays here and says, "I appreciate that I'm your favorite and you don't want me to be gone from you."
Oh, you're so silly.
Tears off her bow and just rips it up. Meanwhile, Simon kind of asthmatically flies over to one side. Bop flies to the other, saying, "Oh my god, I can't believe that bitch is getting all this FaceTime with the boss right now." And they both look over the sides. I really wish that Simon had rolled garbage, but he didn't. They both look over the sides, and you very quietly, in a way that only you can hear. Actually, what are your two passive perceptions?
11.
10.
10. All right, I'll say yes. It's kind of just directed at you, just kind of for your connection with them. You see that Simon sort of starts coughing of like, "Oh my god, baby alert," and Bop kind of goes, "Ah, woo, whoa, mama," and they kind of fly down, and they crash into each other, and then Bop slaps Simon a few times and says, "There's a very pretty woman out there. She has a guitar case, and at her side there's a little purple flaming thing, and she has a gold box and a hot dog and a magazine."
Well, does she have a crown?
I was only looking at her bazongas. Let me go check. No crown.
Oh, okay.
How are the bazonkas?
Bop comes over and she's like, crazy.
Bazonkas, is that shoes?
No, it's
Yeah, shoes.
She whispers in your ear.
Let's just keep moving, shall we?
At this point, the voice says, is somebody there?
Be very, very quiet.
At
Nope,
this point, she'll-
nobody's here.
She'll say, "Oh, okay.
I love being a cartoon.
I think none of you with your passive perception will understand a sigh of, oh god, I guess I gotta play these games." As she sort of looks at all your shoes and says, "Oh my goodness, these cute, these just adorable princess slippers that are sticking halfway out of the wall they are so nice."
Oh, thank you.
Wait,
They
who
really
said
do
that?
look good. Nobody.
She kind of just pulls the thing back, and you see that there is this woman. Think like, just for like rough reference, like Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame is kind of the way she's being drawn here. She's like just stupidly curvy, and she's got, case behind her, just kind of pulls that down and says, hola.
Gesundheit.
Okay. What are you all doing here? Do you work here? In this factory? Why are you hiding behind a picture of the wall, which is honestly very accurate?
Thank you. I actually put a lot of time and effort into it. I don't really get the appreciation I feel like I deserve for creating these on the fly here, but that's very kind of you to notice.
We do work here. Yes.
Oh,
We're on a special assignment right now. But we don't normally come up here, so we're just a little cautious.
Nervous, we don't want to,
well, maybe I could.
y'all fancy types can kind of.
Oh, I don't
throw us for
work
a
here.
loop.
I'm a visitor. Just
Oh,
like you all. I
that's
was-
where are you visiting from?
Oh, just here and there. And because you guys were hidden. Okay, perception checks real quick. Let's just see if either I can get a 13 or anybody hits a thing. Just perception checks. Yeah.
Nope.
Another 10.
19. Princess Daffodil, I will say that you will notice faint little wisps of like purple smoke. Because it's a cartoon, they sort of stick around more, that are kind of like coming out of the elevator that she emerged from. They seem to be like dissipating, but you see them. I'm from out of town, let's say.
You're not with the watch, are you? We already had like one like kind of unpleasant
The watch.
visitor
Like
today.
is there a guard, a watch, a factory guard or some unit? What do you mean?
No, he's a watch.
Like a timepiece.
Right. No, I understand. It's cartoon. Okay. No, I am not with any watch. But he was trouble?
Oh. Well, he sort of, yeah. He was just very mean.
I mean, more punctual than anything is how I'd like to describe him, but yeah.
That is nicer. He was punctual.
Well, no, I'm not with any watch. I'm just here. I'm actually here to do some guising. Does anybody know what that is?
Guising?
Guising. I'm going
Like
to...
disguising?
Actually, yes. She kind of pulls.
Oh, wait, so-
she pulls out a mask of a goblin, kind of gremlin-like thing, and she begins to put it on and says, "Okay, I'm about to put on a mask. Don't scream in terror. Just pretend, okay?"
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah, it can be that
She
scary.
puts it on, and it's a terrifying, hideous mask. And you all make wisdom saving throws.
I just scream.
Choose to fail.
Yeah. I immediately spout fire. Or like sparks.
A 10. Yeah, you scream too.
I pull my 10-gallon hat completely over my body and disappear underneath it. Just my boots little poking out.
Understood. She takes it off and says, "Well, I don't know what I expected to happen."
Oh, hi.
Oh, it's you. Oh. There was.
There.
Did you see where it went? There was a goblin thing here,
So scary.
right? It was very terrifying.
Well, okay. In any case, I would love to maybe finish my business here with all of you, and then I can be on my way out of this place that actually gives me a headache.
Why do you have business with us?
Well, you're here, and I need to get a treat.
Well, none.
In exchange, I will sing you a song or tell you a story.
Or like a razor in your candy?
Well, no. But, I mean, I suppose if it's a significant razor. Do you have a candy with razors in it right now?
Oh no, but we have hundreds downstairs.
Right. Well, if you don't have one now, does anybody have it? Do any of you have anything that's important or notable?
I pull off my hat and I just start pulling things out of it. There's anything, hammers, kitchen sink
that won't disappear.
A bicycle.
After a few hours, you know.
And then I do find a little bag of candy.
There is
hand it to her.
Right. This is thank you, but I need something more permanent than this. I understand how you're.
Fine, I'll take it. I'll eat it.
I do have this disc that is a Kids Bop version of a song called Monster Mash.
Oh, I know this song. I sung this song just a few days ago, in fact.
Do I know anything about those purple wisps that came out?
Make an Arcana check. You get -1.
Cool.
Please tell me the song is like bop, but with just scary sounds. Ooh ah, ooh ooh ooh, rah, ooh ah.
A 15 is good enough to get some information. In fact, even with a -1 rolling 16.
It's just called ooh ah.
Ooh arg, probably.
Oh yeah, ooh arg. I like that.
You know that there is purple mist outside of the factory. Now, you guys work in like some of the lowest levels of the factory, so you don't even have windows. But you know that like tunes who get to work up on factory floors that have windows or who work in offices, apparently they say that it is just these like weird cloudy purple skies all the time outside. Kind of you can and as far as you know, with a 15, you have heard that air is even more toxic than the air inside that you're all breathing. So you're discouraged from going out into it. Somebody said it was the smokestacks, but you think it's more than that. You think it's even more dangerous, maybe a little magical.
Can I relate what I know to Arthur, but not to Red? But not because I don't like Red, but because I'm intimidated.
Sure.
So what? Do you think that this is a secret?
I don't know. She just comes with the purple stuff that, that we've heard about sometimes that might be out there. But I think I saw some. But please don't tell Red in case he may think I'm a... Oh, well, you can tell him if you don't. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. I'll tell... No, I don't tell him.
Ooh ah, ooh 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 ah. Ooh,
Oh, no.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it with like a Bela Lugosi accent. Ooh ah, ooh ah.
I feel like there's I feel like Bop got put into Kids Bop and Monster Mash somehow here.
Yeah.
Bop has been pulled into this. Yeah.
It's what came into my brain, and I just went with it because it's probably the only song I can actually sing. So I was like, yeah. Ooh ah, ooh ooh ooh
But,
ah.
so Arthur, that is one of the things you guys were going to be putting into the candy that you got?
Yeah, that was yeah. Well, I was also thinking that maybe because I was thinking that if we didn't have enough razor blades, we could just break the discs and put them in the candy like razor blades. So I have some of those.
Not a bad thought. She looks at that and says, "That might do in a pinch, but I think I need something a little better." Where were you all going? You were going back down to the factory, or were you going? Where were you headed?
We were going to do some cooking, right, Red? So you said.
Yeah, that's right. We our
gravy.
Our boss likes to smoke food, so we were gonna get the sides dishes together.
All right. I guess maybe I will. Oh, this is probably not quite enough. I will. I would love to sing you a song in exchange for that disc. Would that be okay?
Yeah. I mean, I think that would make Princess real happy.
I mean,
Oh, maybe you want to sing this song for a friend of ours too.
oh,
Well, I mean, never mind. No, I'm sorry. Princess was gonna sing that. Maybe you both could sing a song, huh?
a
How's that
duet
sound, Princess?
A duet is okay.
There we go.
Duet. That's not exactly how.
Oh, please come with us.
Make a persuasion roll. You get to add this.
And
And 5.
Be ever so lovely if you came.
15.
You'll love Miss Prim. She's great. You two actually have a lot in common.
please.
Look at the bird.
What is kind of working here? Yeah, the bird is like. What's kind of working here is that this disc you're offering is just. All right, I will come with you. This is highly irregular. So, Arthur has on hand. So, there's you actually already succeeded on your thing, so you know which of the $ things you want to hit to go to the appropriate place. As you push that button, an elevator sort of comes down and opens, and there's a sort of like a harp sort of trills like as scented air emerges.
Oh, this is it, you all.
Okay. So she. Okay. And she sort of steps aboard here.
So where to now?
And we go to Miss Prim.
And she says, "Please don't hit all the." Everybody make wisdom saves.
Ooh, 18.
16.
6.
I'm gonna have her just make it. I'm gonna have her make a dexterity saving throw to prevent you, because the other threw things, so she could maybe stop this. I roll a 2, so Arthur hits so many buttons.
Well, I want to make sure we get to the right floor. This way
I don't blame you.
This way
I
we
don't
definitely
blame
do.
I wanted to do it too.
So basically,
It's really fun.
Ding! Upstairs, an elevator opens. There are 4 skeletons on it. A skeleton of a woman with a guitar, a skeleton of a princess with 3 bird skeletons around it. There's a skeleton of like a fox in cowboy garb. There's a skeleton of an arc welder. And then a couple of maintenance guys go, "Oh, finally, a shipment of kooky skeletons is here." All right, they pull this out, and then the elevator next door opens, and it's all of you. So you guys may step out, and you know that the way is just down this path. You will come to one of the sort of main like accounting rooms, and you're looking for Miss Pruitt's office.
Is there a name back outside?
Yes, and in fact, there's you're in the P section, so there's like every possible iteration: Miss Pruitt, Miss Pruitt, Miss Pruitte, etc. But you can make an investigation.
It's 15.
Yeah, you're able to kind of, you see you see Red just immediately going for the door called Miss Prim, but you're able to actually, yeah, Coyote Red. There's a door that says Miss Prim. That's where you think you're going.
All right. All right. Now, right in here, I look at everybody at the other door.
I don't think that might not be right, Red.
Right. All right. Now, right in here is going to be Miss Prim.
It's the door that says
Pruitt.
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 Oh man. Inside, Miss Prim is sitting there very primly, looking at crackers, saying, "Well, I never." She looks at her lamp. "Well, I never." Point being, you've made
All
it
right.
to Miss Pruitt's office.
You all remember the plan, right? All right. So all you gotta do, distract Miss Pruitt for a little bit. I'm gonna go in there and make the side dishes, right?
Right.
And so,
Yeah.
and Arthur, you let me know. You're our lookout, and then if we need a distraction, that's your job. And you two, Miss Princess Daffodil, and
What's your name again?
La Trovadora.
La-
You can call me the guitar player.
the guitar player.
and the guitar player. You two are going to engage in some musical distraction tactics here.
And this woman you're talking to, she is important.
She's what?
She's important. She's higher up here. She's an executive.
I mean, everybody up here is higher up than us, so yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So sing a song, maybe 2, 3 if you have to. Just give me enough time to do what I need to do, and then I'll come back out.
Okay.
Okay, Miss.
If you can get her out of the office, that's even better. I'm just saying.
Leave it to us. But the good
Oh.
what
Guitar player?
guitar player, follow my lead.
Okay.
I walk up. I walk up
Oh,
to. Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just before you take off, Fred. I grabbed these from our break room to help, and I'll hand you just like some salt and pepper shakers.
Understood. I put them in my holsters. Also, he puts on his ninja outfit now. Ninja outfit with cowboy hat, gun belt, and shoes.
And then I'll just pull out a telescope and put it to my sparking spell and
So-
begin to look out.
So just to understand the thing, there is a woman in this room this is her office you've basically sort of come to.
Correct.
And the plan is they're going to distract her with a song while you sneak into the room, or they're going to try to pull her out, or you've told them to try to get her out, and if that doesn't work, you'll just sneak in with them all still in the room.
Yes.
Okay. So, the guitar player looks at you and says, "Go ahead."
Follow my lead.
Okay.
Miss Pruitt.
Do you? The door is closed. You guys have been out. Are you just saying that to the wall?
Miss Pruitt.
I get my wall hanging covering up
Yes.
in front of me and Arthur off the side.
Come in.
We go in.
Okay. You guys enter. There's like a nicely sort of sized room. It seems to be in very good order. There are a ton of like ledgers and books on the back wall. And you see that this woman is in the middle of writing several out. This sort of secretary, kind of Ted Avery drawing secretary, but kind of make it tasteful. And she just looks up and says, "Yes, can I help you?"
And I start singing.
You just start singing.
Have you ever thought about turning that frown upside down? And I take her glasses off her face and flip them upside down and put them back on.
Okay.
And then I motion to my guest to start singing as well. It's her verse now.
Oh, okay. Make a performance roll. You have +3 to this.
Oh no.
She rolled a 1. So we'll say that I'll actually say, because you're doing the for sure you stab her in the eye with the edge of the glasses. She goes, "Ow! What the? Oh, ow! What's the problem?" And La Trovadora says, "Okay, why don't we? Okay." And she she stands up, and so soon she walks out of the thing, like to the first aid or whatever. As La Trovadora and Princess Daffodil, I assume, are following after her.
Do I see a restroom around?
Sure. That's where she's probably going, even to go.
I would love to follow her into the restroom.
Okay.
You see Red just standing by the door in his ninja outfit, just going. And he sneaks in.
I'm just surveying.
Just in the hallway, looking with the telescope. Yep. All right, Red. So let's see. There's all sorts of shenanigans that befall all sorts of people. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. So in the bathroom, she kind of goes to the she sort of goes to the the counter and starts kind of like she turns the faucet upside down and water's shooting up into her eyeball as she sort of rinses it out. And La Trovadora goes, "Okay, are you all right, dear?" And she goes, "I'm fine, but please don't take my glasses off. All the men here try to do that to me all the time."
Oh, do or do not?
Don't. Who are you? What are you doing up here? La Trovadora says, "Oh, okay. Hi. We were hoping to maybe sing us." La Trovadora actually sort of sighs. Okay. Miss Pruitt, is it? You are you an executive at the company? And she says, I'm an executive secretary. Okay. Miss Pruitt, my name is, my name is La Trovadora, but on some records you have, you might know me as the Busker. Miss Pruitt. Oh. Yes. I am here guising. Are you familiar with this tradition? And Miss Pruitt says, "Oh, yes, I am. Oh, how is?" And she says, "This is some idiot I sort of picked up along the way. I honestly couldn't really tell you. But she asked for my assistance, and you understand I don't want to make too big a splash, but I also want to get the right kind of treat, if you understand. Is there anything you can maybe give me in exchange for a song? I can play you something special." And she says, I would very much like that. I have a recorder in my office. Yes, we can. She kind of starts turning to go to her office.
Oh, stop.
She says, "What, do you need to stab me in the eye again?"
No, but my friends, now is the time.
Now is the I'm so sorry. This you have to understand these. Some of the people here in your factory are interesting. La Trovadora, you sort of see, is just like taking pity on Daffodil and just says, "Okay. I think what Daffodil is saying is that the acoustics in here are very nice. So perhaps I can perform you this song here. I think a recording might be too much, but perhaps you can. Do you have a pad on you?" And she sort of, immediately pulls out a pen and a pad and says, "I'll write it down." "Okay, so I can perform this for you then. And in exchange, is there something you can offer me?" And she says, I have just the thing." Wonderful. We're gonna cut out to evens odds. Arthur, you are keeping watch in the hallway.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
It's called 8.
Arthur, you suddenly begin to fear that you're getting small. Is everything in this room? Man, it looks so far away. You're worried that the walls are stretching. You are worried, and also upside down. You are worried that you are on the ceiling and you are shrinking on the ceiling.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna keep it to my eye, continue to look for a way out or a way back.
If you're keeping
know
it to
that
your
I've
eye, then yes,
Yeah,
you are. Then
but I've got it flipped around.
Then
Right,
in that
so-
case, you are absolutely floundering. Red.
And I will start alerting Red that something is wrong. That the factory is. Everything is getting bigger. I don't know. I think the rooms are shifting. I think it's gonna be like a faster cook.
Gonna have to do the instant pot. Do the instant pot. All right. So, Red, you've walked into
Yeah.
this office.
All right, so I want to slink into this office,
Make a
right? So
stealth
as
roll.
he turns, if you're looking from the inside, what you see is Ninja Red with the cowboy hat, boots, and holsters, slinking in like a snake in his ninja outfit, but his tail is pointing straight up. And so he kind of slides in, slithers around, and then periodically his tail will just look like a periscope, look around to see where he's going next.
All right.
Paint a picture.
First, make a stealth roll. As you hide from no one. You have to.
Come on. Eight.
Eight. So you are bumping into everything you possibly could. Next, make a perception check.
Cocked. 11. Wait. 13, not natural.
Okay. You do notice that there are tons of like books and ledgers behind her, as well as on her desk that she's actively been working on. So we'll say that you can make it to her desk. Boy, you just do well. You do have calligraphy tool proficiency, so that'll be helpful for you. But man, you don't have insight or investigation or anything.
Perfect.
So what is it? So basically, you get up there. Go ahead and make an investigation roll. This is a flat roll for you. Just give me an investigate.
10.
You can tell that there are a lot of shipping reports here. That's basically with the 10. Your understanding, you're looking at many shipping reports currently active on her desk to different places. The shipping reports are labeled. There's sort of different columns on every page. They're labeled places like Arcana Bane, De Leckergarten, Tabakatos, Voluptua, Rocket Base 95, Heisteles, Mons von Javis, the Grave Marshes, Ignador, Paradise, Merkshire, and the smallest one is called the Surfing Domain. Smallest like orders for that.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I do I have any idea what, like, I don't have any idea, do I? Like,
I don't think you do.
so you see him take a moment. He looks at it. He looks at the other ones. Arthur, I'm gonna need you in here. Arthur, if you could come in here.
It might take me a while. It's so far away.
It's just walk on. Just come on in here. Come on in.
Oh my god, I'm moving so fast.
Okay. Oh, what is? Yeah.
You can take that. You don't need to keep that on anymore, Arthur.
Oh, I'm not normally.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, I'm not normally the lookout.
I understand. I get it. I don't understand what these are. I know they're here, but I don't know where the papers that we're supposed to find. I don't actually know what they are, or like what it is, or like what I'm supposed to change.
Okay.
I can change it. That's not going to be a problem. Look, the plan is still good. I got it, but I just need a little help figuring out like what and
okay.
where.
I feel like okay,
and a little bit of the how.
I'm not gonna dwell on the gaps in our planning process, but let's just see if I can figure out what we should be looking for. So I guess I'll see if I can figure out something that pertains more directly to our line.
Go ahead and make an investigation roll. May God have mercy on us all.
Can I assist him with this?
You are not proficient, so you cannot in this case because, also because you really don't know what's going on.
Accurate.
4.
4. So Arthur, despite having a +2, does worse than you. But we'll say that Arthur's bad.
Well,
go ahead, Arthur.
Why don't we just, I mean, I bet between Daffodil and our guitar lady, I think they're gonna. I mean, they're probably gonna be in there a while, right? That's probably like a good. Why don't we just cook all the books?
Oh,
And I'll start setting up like a barbecue.
That's what I'm talking about, Arthur. Getting that creative head going. See, this is the kind of thing that's going to take you ahead in this sort of company. That's the way to be. All right, let's get to cooking.
All right.
And I start pulling them off. Can I do a real cartoony thing here?
Probably.
All right, I'm gonna pull all the books off, pull a cauldron out of my hat, toss them in, pour in some water, some ink, and get my brushes out and start stirring and get to cooking the books.
And I'll get a rotisserie spit going for you to dry them off on.
All right.
Finish off the.
Well, meanwhile,
It's not calligraphy I'm proficient with; it's cooking, apparently. Painting tools includes full culinary kit.
Oh, Mr. Red, how's this going?
oh boy, this is.
Hey, Arthur, it's going good over here. Okay, these are gonna be great.
This is.
Let's just say I've seasoned them to taste.
I'm going to say.
Just needs a dash of time.
We're gonna cut back. We're gonna cut back to the ladies' room. In which case, La Trovadora has pulled out her guitar. And says, "All right, then. Do you want? There is a song I could play that can be a bit dangerous, miss. Are you sure you can? Are you sure you're ready for it?" And the woman here sort of says, yes, I'm sure. I'm ready. And La Trovadora says, okay. And maybe this thing that you're going to give me, do you have it on you? She says yes, and she pulls out this door. And suddenly, kind of out of her pocket, there's like a full door. Just don't open it. This is do you know? And it's like an animated painted door, just really standard looking door. Kind of like blue with like a brass handle. And she says, "That would be wonderful, thank you. Yes." So I'm about to play a song that might upset you. Are you sure you want to stay in here?
Oh, how upset will I be?
Well, in the worst case, it might break your brain.
I would like to leave.
Okay.
Maybe I could just stand watch outside the door.
Yes, why don't you do that? Wouldn't want anyone she kind of like checks under all the stalls. Yeah, I wouldn't want anyone walking in on this one. Too bad. Okay. I'll see you in a moment.
Okay, take your time. Have fun.
Miss Pruitt just looks at you with this. Okay, I think I'm ready, and you leave. Okay, so are you going to listen at the door, or you're going to not listen?
Can I stay at the door and hold my hands up, but like slightly like here?
You can do that. I actually have another option for you with your special stuff. If you'd like to, you could send one of your birds to go listen and then report back.
Okay, but not Simon.
Not Simon. So
Send Billow in.
Billow will remain. Okay.
Bye, Billow.
Huh?
I'm sure.
Tweedledee, Tweedledad.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's
He
a
always
song.
is.
How could that affect a bird?
It is Billow's
Right?
second favorite thing.
Like the best song in the world is the swan song.
All right. So, you're out there, and as you step out, you're gonna guard at the door. Billow remains in. Bop and Simon are like, or Bop's like, I can't believe she's going on the Paris trip or whatever this is about. And Simon goes, I wonder if this is viral or bacterial, actually. But as you stand out here, Daffodil, you smell this delicious scent wafting from the sort of chamber inside. Now, if you were, there actually is a variant tune of this. You literally could, like, you can float towards anything that smells good.
When there's
like a line of food that like pulls your mouth towards it. But I'll allow you to sort of do that if you'd like to in a thing. The scent line is coming out of the office that you got Miss Pruitt out of.
Oh, not the bathroom.
No, not the bathroom.
Oh, Bill has got it. I would love to follow the scent smell.
Okay. And you discover that Coyote, Red, and Arthur are literally cooking the books. With like a big, like, I assume like a giant, like, wooden spoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's my calligraphy brush though. That is an
Go
important
ahead.
distinction.
So here's the thing. Go ahead and make a calligraphy check for me.
Natural 13. It's an 18 overall.
I believe in Christmas, and Christmas comes here, and it's wonderful, and we got one tonight. Do you have your D13 handy?
Oh.
I know that's a specialty one that was sent to you a while back, or we dropped off in a thing. If you have it handy, great. If not, we can roll one for you.
I do. I have it in my little cage.
Yes,
Sitting on my desk.
most people keep it in their prison. All right, so that is exciting. If you would please roll that, and at this point, all that matters if you roll a 13.
It's a 10.
So we do not get a horror surge, which for your longevity is a good thing, but for comedy is a sad thing. However, wonderful 13. So with that, as you sort of, with an 18 though, I'm gonna say that upon cooking the books, you can pull one out, take a bite, need salt. Thank goodness Arthur brought some. But
I take it.
You know,
Always prepared, Arthur. That's what I like about you.
I'm just trying to think ahead.
but the books, I'll phrase it like this. Sort of as you start looking through the books, you have cooked them, so they all smell like they smell like baked beans. They are different than they were. The records have been altered. But with an 18, I will say that you did manage to just put somewhere in there prominently, like highest output, Princess Daffodil, Coyote Red, Arthur the Arc Welder, like high output marks for you guys.
Excellent.
Looks good to me. Do you want? Is it too arrogant? You're right.
What?
You're right.
I mean, obviously, but what am I right about?
Oh, just what you did with the books. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh yeah, it'll be great. No problem there.
Okay.
Look, it all comes out with the wash anyway, right? So
Let's hope not,
nothing
man.
really to worry about.
Question was I?
I mean, I guess it goes in with the wash. Really, it's a better way of
Like
phrasing
if it
it.
comes out with the wash, I think we're in trouble. We want it to stay in the book.
Ew.
True,
In
true.
the original books, was I also the top contributor in the original as well?
In what sense, Princess?
Can I make an insight on how badly she wants to be the top contributor?
You can make an insight on that. I will say that you can't even roll to see if she was because you didn't look. You just threw them in your cauldron.
I know. 11.
She probably wants it since she asked. Or maybe she was actually, maybe she was worried that she was and she wouldn't want it. Oh gosh, you're not sure, Red. With an 11. She either wants it or doesn't, or it's something else.
Did you want to be the top contributor?
Oh, just break it to me now.
I'm pretty sure, Red. I know that while you were getting the pot ready, when I was handing you the books, I'm pretty sure I saw that. At least in one of the books, I saw your name amongst the top there.
Was there a gold star?
Oh, several,
Yes.
actually. Yeah.
Oh, I just knew it.
And Bob says,
wait a
Bob
minute.
says, there were many gold stars. I'm sure you knew it. You know who didn't know it is Billow, because she's fake and she's here for the wrong reasons.
Well, she's not here to defend herself right now.
That's true. And what
Wait,
does that tell you about her? She's never here.
Why are you here? Aren't you supposed to be singing a song?
Oh, well, oh, you know what? I was, but then all of a sudden, Miss, oh, you know what? I keep forgetting her name. What was her name? You know, the one who came with us, who was like not originally there and is like a little suspicious.
La guitar
Gargamel?
player.
Excuse me?
I thought her name was Galapagos. That not? I'm not.
Galapagos.
I think it was La Guitar Lady.
Well, I think you're both.
I'm
talking
pretty sure
about-
that's not it.
Ooh, maybe
That
we
doesn't
can,
sound right
we can
at all.
call her Frances, and she told me I might want to leave or might not, and I got from that I might want to leave, and so I did. Oh, but I sent Billow in, and where is Billow? Is Billow back?
Billow's not back yet, but speaking of which, we're going to make a roll. So I would like for you to roll for Billow. Billow would get. Let me look. Actually, hold on. D&D Beyond, I need you, my friend. It's like a little bird. What's a kind of just normal bird? Like a. It's got that one. Oh, raven, right? Let's try raven. We'll say bluebirds or ravens. It's close enough. Has a +1 on this roll.
15.
15. Okay. So failure, but not embarrassing.
Oh.
All right. This is actually deeply important because Mrs. Pruitt is someone who appears in a novella called A Taste of Paradise, and her fate might be sealed if she rolls really bad. She has a much higher wisdom save than Yon Bird, but I kind of like this matters to me. Like I sort of, I'd love for her to not die. What I roll?
11.
11. Okay. Well, that's a shame. With that, as you're sort of asking these questions, actually with an 11, the door to the bathroom opens down the hallway, and the Trovadora sort of steps out, and she's kind of like wiping her face off. Make a perception check.
Oh, do you want this? I can't. I just hand her the.
I think you guys are still in the office. She was
It's
kind of
gift
glancing
today.
out, yeah.
It's mostly just a.
Oh, 5.
You don't notice the sort of lipstick kisses that she's trying to sort of get rid of. Oh dear. She kind of walks out, and you notice her kind of like pulling a door after her, and then she sort of puts it on her belt, and the door shrinks down to only be about like 10 inches tall, and it's just dangling next to her sort of like purple. There's like a purple fire in a turnip. There's a hot dog. We haven't really talked about all the stuff she's got, but like she has various things dangling from a belt. Does this Trovadora
so
woman?
cute and small.
And so she now has a door with it, and she just kind of walks over. Well, did you guys I shouldn't have played with that song. Did you guys hear the you do whatever cooking you needed to do?
Oh,
wait a
finishing up
second.
right now, I think.
Were you cooking books? Is that what was happening?
Like, yeah, I mean, I'm like,
I try to hide.
I'm like
I try to
writing
hide
a
it.
spit with several books on it right now.
Okay.
No.
Well, thank you.
Oh, did you want that disc?
I guess it's maybe not bad to have a backup. If you want, I will play you a song. This one will not drive you crazy.
Okay.
In exchange for that, because I suppose you have been a help to a certain extent. You did stab the woman in the eye, so I could get her alone. Could have got her alone in here. In any case,
I'm impressed, princess.
do you
I wasn't expecting that.
do you so you'd like me to play you a song?
Princess, you're our song expert.
I will. Well, yes. I always say song over not song. Do we have time?
I think we have a little bit left on this cook.
All right, I will play you a song. Then she sort of sets down her guitar. She pulls out this sort of beautiful Spanish guitar. She begins to sort of play a couple of like flamenco tunes on it. She says, "I guess in this case, because I don't have to play it with my mask on for you. I don't have to do the full guising. You've already seen it. You all screamed. So this is a song that this song represents how I feel whenever I come to this factory." And she begins to sort of sing. And the lyrics to the song that she plays with this flamenco arrangement go, "I can't seem to face up to the facts. I'm tense and nervous, and I can't relax. I can't sleep because my bed's on fire. Don't touch me. I'm a real live wire. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que ça? Fa 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 fa. Better. Run, 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 run away. Oh, oh, oh. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Boom, fa, fa, fa. Anyway, she plays that song for you all. And it's an interesting beat, and she kind of extends her hand, and she will take your novelty CD.
Thanks for the song. That was real nice.
Well, I appreciate this.
I really enjoyed that. Like the meta, the allegory of, our capitalist world and how it's impacting the lives that we live here, and the way that it's taken over the planet that we live on, and how it's affecting all aspects of our lives in a negative and kind of territorial way. I just really appreciate that. That's not something you hear every day in this place.
I liked the fa 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 because it was fun to say.
That was real good too. Yeah.
I see. Well, on that note, adios. Have a good week of blood. And she just kind of moves quickly down the hall.
Goodbye, best friend.
Oh boy. As she runs, she kind of looks down and goes, "Okay, I might miss these a little bit," and then she kind of disappears around the corner. Princess Daffodil.
Are the books finished?
The books are done cooking.
All right.
So my friends,
Well done, books.
Princess,
Great job.
You sort of once again remember that you don't know where, you're not sure where Billow is.
Oh, right. I hadn't forgotten. I just, Billow. Simon, Bop, do you know where Billow is? Has Billow finished with the mission?
Oh, I don't even know what the mission was, because I guess I wasn't like important enough to have even heard what it is. But it does sound like Billow maybe like blew the mission, so maybe in the future, maybe I am the one who should get the missions. And Simon goes, I need to go to urgent care. I think there's definitely a discharge.
So no one knows?
No, there's the bathroom door has not opened since this woman left.
Can I send my birds in?
Sure. If you send Simon, Simon will be a little, further, blows on an inhaler kind of behind. But Bop goes to the door, and Bop pushes the door open and then comes out and goes,
Is it fun?
Kind of. Or terrifying.
Yes.
I don't know what to say.
Because he's so handsome?
Who?
Billow?
No. Well, maybe. I think maybe Miss Pruitt thinks so.
Well, out with it. What is it?
Oh no. Oh no.
The bird and the lady are making out.
Oh no.
Well, are they in true love?
Well,
You might say that she sounds like she might be ecstatic.
I heard them say love, but I don't know how true it is.
Did it seem like it was their heart's desire?
I'm gonna roll an insight for your bird. It gets a +1 because of +1 wisdom.
7.
Sure.
Well,
Why not?
Okay then. I guess I'm happy for her. Them.
I think we're all done here with the books. Should we? Are you? Is something wrong?
No, nothing indecent is happening. Don't look in there, but let's
Oh,
maybe
it's a-
finish up.
It's
The
finished.
the books are done. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all done here.
Okay, I would like to pound on the door, kind of inordinately hard
Okay.
for myself, and just say, "Finish up with your true love."
Wait, what?
sorry?
You don't hear a reply. But make a perception check as you kind of listen at the door.
20.
20. You hear through the door the woman Pruitt kind of as you hear like the smacking of lips and the clacking of beak as she says, she's like, you and me together, we could let's just kill everyone who's ever wronged us and just get out of here. We can get a car, we can just drive. And Billow's like, clack, clack, clack. I think that sounds like an amazing idea. I can't keep my hands off of you. You're driving me crazy. I'm gonna love you till the end of time. And she goes, I'm gonna love you until the end of time.
Everything okay, princess?
Oh, totally fine. You know, I think Billow might have found.
Someone looks like it's ruffled your feathers.
Bop will pull out a cigar and go, no, but somebody's ruffling Billow's feathers right now, let me tell you, hey.
No, not I. I think, you know, once someone has found their heart song and wants to be left totally alone and neglected by their peers, then that's what they want. And maybe we should go now.
Yeah, you know what they say: bird in the hands were three in the bush. We should.
And Bob says, I would never unless it was told I should. And Simon goes, I hope this isn't contagious. And well, with that,
Should we maybe take the express, the diagonal one this time?
yes, there's actually are two elevators. One says express back to candy contamination factory floor. And then right next to it is what it says express certain death.
Which one do you think we should take?
The one straight to the candy floor, and he walks to the express certain death one.
Okay.
Please, somebody stop me.
I'm not.
Well, you know what? He walks into the certain death one. Arthur and Daffodil, make a perception check. Reroll, that's cocked.
Ooh, cocked.
Please, Daffodil.
But it's what?
Oh shit! It's a natural 13. But I feel sorry.
Run away. You get to roll this. Please roll a 13. Can I blow on it? 13. 8. Can't have one nice thing in the week of blood except for the numerous nice things I've had, including tonight. With a 15, what did you have, Arthur?
Perception, right?
Perception.
2.
I'll say with a 15, you notice but it looks like, as is kind of always the case here, that the arrows got switched. So actually, the certain death one is the safe one.
We know. We notice.
You swing the sign back so that the arrows are pointing the other direction. You're like, oh wait, this is more safe. Or you can just go back the long way.
Red, I do feel like you're ever so smart, but what if we took the other one?
The one to certain death? That seems like a mistake to me.
Totally. Arthur?
Well, you were the one that guided us. You both guided us around here before. I just like to hit the buttons, so I think.
How many buttons are in this elevator, Min?
Simon says, in the elevator you're in, it's express, there's only one.
There's only one?
Simon says, maybe we should take the stairs.
Oh.
Only one button here, Arthur.
Oh, that seems very simple. I'll follow. You coming, princess?
No, I feel in my heart that we should
Birds of a feather flock together.
yes, we should flock together. We should whistle on the stairs.
You
On
want
the
to take the
stairs?
Listen, I know you've both been wanting a little more cardio since we've been standing still in our positions in the factory.
No?
I mean, I guess it is better than that, doing my Pilates later.
I do like to burn calories.
Yes, exactly. And who likes a standing desk? Let's just take the stairs.
You know what? No one's going to be looking for us on the stairs.
That is an excellent point.
What kind of idiot suckers would take the stairs when there's an express elevator right there? It's not a bad idea, princess.
There's even neon lights pointing at the express. Yeah, sure. So
I do, as we're basically leaving, I do hit the button on the way out.
Understood. That one careens down. The one that the arrow is originally. You know what? It doesn't matter. You're not in it. That elevator either goes back where it is, or it just falls into an infinite darkness. The point is, you guys open the stairs, begin going down. The stairs are not a bad way to go, although on every step is anthropomorphic. So every step, there's a voice going, "Ow, hey, what's the hey, watch this, hey, get off me, ow, ow, hey, come on." Yeah,
I understand why people don't take the stairs. I feel very rude right now.
Red is just yelling back at him like he's in New York. Like, back to you, friend.
Am I so light?
Don't yell at me. I'm just walking here.
Make an acrobatics check. We'll see if you're light enough not to be felt. No. But in any case, you guys go downstairs, where you were probably all in very big trouble since you haven't achieved any of your just quotas for the people who'll actually punish you down there, But maybe you can convince them to look up, or maybe they'll get distracted by other nonsense, or who knows? Maybe you can somehow swap places with that idiot watch, and he can be backgrounded instead of you. But with that shenanigans, we will end this session at the Fractured Factory in this Toon insanity, where Princess Daffodil, Arthur the Arc Welder, and Coyote Red, though Arthur did die once. We had no combat in that one, by the way.
No.
It was great. As Arthur died once, none of you, as of yet, have been backgrounded. So, win-win.
Wait, we don't know if we succeeded or not?
I think that's the horror of the Fractured Factory, is that even when you win, it's capitalism. Even when you win, you don't know if it'll last.
Yeah, I mean. Sorry, Red. That's Fractured Factory.
Yeah, that is.
Ooh, ah. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ah.
Ah. Ooh,
I want to suck your workforce. So with that, thank you all for watching. This was fun. some strange things happen. I hope you guys enjoyed this glimpse into one of these stranger domains. Also, Miss Pruitt is in love with a bird now in canon, so that's interesting. So thanks all for watching. This is night 6 of these. I want to say a special thanks to Aaron for playing your first Blood from a Stone, and big rite of passage, you did roll a 13 at the end.
Yes.
So well done.
The only. Oh no, not the only. But...
Jed had one as well. So yeah, we're up at sweet 6. Come on. Tomorrow we can get it more. That was delightful. Tomorrow night we'll be back at 7:30 for our final of 7 of these games from the surfing domain. Going to be very interesting. That will be with most of our Civilized Age crew tomorrow. This has been so fun. I've really enjoyed that. Go to our About page here to see what our cool players get up to. Go to our Discord page to see all of the, recaps and fun stuff. I don't know. Anybody got things to say or? Well,
I guess I will say since we now will be getting off of it, that next Sunday here we will resume a more wretched hype. We will pick up with our Star Wars RPG, where like something real that the band might have to deal with. We'll see.
I think we'll just avoid with that explosion. We'll be fine. And I suppose yes. So yeah, a week from tonight is that, and then the only actually game before that will be on Friday. Is not Blood from a Stone this week because it's the first Friday of November. We'll be doing our Star Trek game. Star Trek, as opposed to the multiple Star Wars. So after this, several days off, then Trek, then Wars, then other things,
and then back to our normal programming.
So yeah, it's gonna be great. Jed, were you about to say something? I feel like I started saying something and then you said you were about to say something.
Nope, nothing important.
Oh no.
The blast as always.
Oh my God, it's been delightful having you here.
We pulled off a heist, guys.
You guys pulled off
a cartoon heist.
Here's the thing: you did cook the books. Barbecued.
What else could be asked for? Look, just remember, everybody, if they try to paint us in the black, if they try to put us in the background, just ask for a recount. Just go, hey, I want to see the numbers on this one, okay?
I demand a recount. That's all you got to say.
Easy. I need to audit those numbers. That's all we're asking for.
Oh my God. Well.
I do feel a little bad for Miss Prim, though. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I feel even worse for Miss Pruitt. With all of that in mind and our hearts and horrors full, I will say thank you to everybody for watching this. Until next time, have a lovely week of blood, and may you have a dreadful night.